I'm so glad to have Mr. Habib and Adam on the studio, and it's going to be an exciting one this evening. Welcome.
Hi,
Thank you.
thank you for inviting us to this.
Okay, so this evening we're going to talk about hassle-free education. We've seen it on Facebook, we've seen it in so many places, but we really want to dive into details, what it's all about.
Okay, yeah, no problem, that's fine. But happy to share everything with you guys today. So, what would you like to know from us?
We want to know what is it, because it's just a name, so we want to know what it's all about.
Okay, no problem. So we're a recruitment consultant for universities, mainly for universities. So we're an education recruitment consultant company. So we help people get back into education, whether that be whatever they want to do really. So what we'll do is we'll invite people over to our office. We've got offices in Manchester, Birmingham, Milton Keynes, London. We'll invite them over, we'll have a chat with them, we'll see where they are and where they want to go, and decide from there what the best route is for them, and how they can get back into education. Because there's a lot of people out there who are looking to get back into education, but just don't know how to. They've tried by themselves, or they don't have the confidence to try by themselves. So this is where we come in. We place ourselves in front of them, and then we guide them and help them through the whole process, and we hold their hands throughout the whole process until they find something that's fitting for them.
Okay, so if you say it's education, is it just education? Is it a primary one, a high school one? What kind of education is it?
So at the moment we're focusing on higher education, like universities,
Wow.
university studies at the moment. But there will be other opportunities. Well, there actually already is other opportunities in Birmingham, London. There's level 3 courses, English courses, lots of different things. Whatever your needs are really, we can always look at it, and then we can guide you throughout the right direction after speaking to you and finding out your needs.
Okay, there's a question here. It says, we said education. I don't have any education in the United Kingdom. What do I do?
We can still help. Don't worry about it. I mean, we've helped countless of people. I can name. Well, I can't even count on the number of my fingers how many people we have helped who don't have any previous qualification in this country. They might have come here recently or quite a long time ago, and most people that came from abroad to this country, they've gone straight away into work usually. This is what happens. And then afterwards, once they're working, and they might be doing a job that they don't really enjoy, or they don't see a future for themselves in that job. Like we had a student previously came in and seen us. She was just stuck, and she didn't really know what to do next. She didn't know how she was going to take the next step. She knows that she wants to get into university, get a higher education, and get into higher education so that she can better her life. But she just didn't know how to do that. So then she saw one of our ads on Facebook. She came in to see us. We helped her throughout the whole process. Now she's in university and she's very happy.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter you don't have the education in the United Kingdom, but if you can, meaning if you can speak English, because obviously we are in United Kingdom,
Yes.
so you have to speak English.
Yes.
So if you can do that and
Yes.
write, so that's a chance for you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously you have to have some level of English to be able to speak, because if you want to go into university, that's not for the other courses. If you want to learn English, that's a different matter. But if you wanted to go into university, then yeah, you will need some level of English and some level of writing. But like I said, it doesn't matter what level you are on right now. Come in and see us, and we can definitely help. We can definitely take you to the right path, or show you the right path, at least.
Okay, so now we're talking about location. You mentioned Manchester. Is it only Manchester that we do? Or where do you do as well?
No, I mean, we're in Manchester, we're in Birmingham, we're in Milton Keynes, and we're also in London as well. we're looking to expand to more cities over time. So yeah, right now we're in 4 cities. So yeah, we're quite.
Let me appreciate this woman. This great celebrity from Ghana, Mr. Habib, you saw her. Ohineyere Nana Dansoa, the one that we did the program in London.
Yeah.
She said, I'm listening right in Ghana. I hope you are okay. She did a great job in Manchester as well. It was amazing. Oh, it was really, really amazing. So she said she's going back to Ghana and she said, I'm watching right now. She's our celebrity.
Oh, thank you.
She's just like Oprah Winfrey. If America is talking about them,
Yeah.
that's the lady that we had that time. And it's amazing that she's watching. It says, somebody else say, my regards to them. Okay. Kwehu, they will hear your regard. And we have Vivian, Minister Vivian, all the way from Italy. We are talking about education here with Mr. Habib and Adam. And we are talking about education. So if you are in Martin Keynes, you also have the privilege that you can also learn. So learning, what are the courses that one can do?
So there are a variety of courses. It depends on different cities. Like I said, it just depends on what.
So can we do like in Manchester?
Yeah.
What can we do so that people, if you are in Manchester, you know the courses that you can do?
Yeah. So the courses that are available. So it depends what sector you want to go to. Mainly the kind of people that come to us are people that either want to get into some sort of managerial jobs. Basically, they want a job where they can increase, where they can build a career in, where they can go up, where they can scale up, or either in the health sector, either they want to do nursing or they want to, get in some sort of health, some part of the health industry. So we have courses to facilitate those at the moment. Obviously, we will increase over time more into more different areas, and we're already looking to do quite a lot of different things, and we're increasing daily. So that's what we're looking at specifically at the moment.
As you just tap on nursing, there are so many people that I have come across and they will tell you, I want to do nursing, but I don't have maths and English. They don't know where to start from at all. So I say this really sounds amazing because there are lots of people that I come across and they don't know where to go with it, simply because we don't have the education here.
Yeah.
The person can speak, can write,
Yeah.
but where to turn? So tonight is good news for everybody here. If you are around Manchester, that's also about Manchester that we have Martin Keynes.
Yeah.
What sort of courses are there as well?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we let Mr. Habib comments in when you're talking about those areas.
Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Habib and I'm a student consultant. So today I'd like to share with you, if you are really wanted to do the nursing courses, so what do you need to think of? So first of all, if you'd like to, do the other courses, that's the different thing. But for the nursing courses, you need to have specific some sort of requirements. First of all, I'd like to say you need to have some sort of level 3 or equivalent to level 3. It might be the level 3 in adult nursing or health and social care. On the top of that, what you need to do is maths and English. So it's, in that case, what do you do? In Birmingham, I'm going to refer. So we have got a lot of students, they are really interested to be a nurse, but we help them to put into different universities for the foundation courses. And what happened after is, after finishing the foundation courses, few of the universities they have taken, and some of the universities they said, well, where's your transcript and certificate, all this stuff. And the question is, for the foundation courses, within the short period of time, they can't get it. So that's why we have facilitated with the level 3, so that they can get the certificate on time. And by this time, we facilitate also with English and maths level, functional skill level 2. So once they come for the level 3, so basically probably is going to be once in a week class, and so every student has got 4 days more. So by this time they can start math and English, and within the period of time, let's say in 3, 4 or 5 months, they are getting the certificates. And once they have got this sort of requirements fulfilled, so most of the universities they take on the board. So that's the great news. If you'd like to do the nursing, you can communicate with us through this Facebook page, or you can search on Facebook. Our page is Hassle Free Education. So the spelling is HASSLE, FREE, then EDUCATION. So just you need to put a space, hassle-free education. So if you'd like to know more about the, a specific location.
Before we go, I'll let you write your the name and the telephone number and everything. Then we'll put it. We'll say it for everybody to hear. We'll write it as well.
Yeah.
So, meaning you can also help somebody to start Maths and English as well.
We do.
All right. Okay. But that one is in around Milton Keynes area, or is it everywhere that you need to do?
So right now we have got this sort of facilities in Birmingham and London right now, and we have got the facility for level 3 right now in Manchester, and we have spoken with a few colleges, and is under the conversation. So probably within 2-3 weeks we're going to confirm that which college they are going for the Maths and English. So we are about to.
So as you are listeners, I want you to know that, rest assured that it's never too late, because most of the time we think it's too late. When we start to have the children and we have marriage, everything is like my life has turned around. But this is an opportunity for us to grab, to be able to be what we want to be. Because some people they were doing a lot of things back home and they are good. But when they come here, it's like everything has turned around. So this is a starter that we all can start. So if you are there, you can start. Somebody says, I should tell you, Adam Kelson, say hi. Adam Kelson.
Hello, Kelson.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Adam Kelson, you remember him?
Yeah,
you know when we went for that program?
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so he said hello. And we have Mami Makosia, Elsie Akosia, and Joshua Berk all the way in Italy. You are there. If you are around, that is United Kingdom. Take this opportunity.
Yeah.
So now, if we've spoken about the education side, everything, but some of us, we are mothers. To go back to education, it's as if like, how am I going to cope? That's the number one. If I leave my work and go to school, how am I going to cope? So what will you say about it?
So for that, what I would say is that's why the courses, especially the higher education, if you go look into university courses, the benefit of going into doing it with ourselves and going through ourselves and going in the courses that we're going to place you in, it's really flexible. There's lots of different options in terms of class times, which class times you want to do. There's also some weekend classes that may be available, that are available already in certain areas. In Manchester, I think they're starting weekend classes as well. And it's only 2 days a week. So if 2 days a week isn't very bad in terms of if you take that time out, plus when you get into higher education, you do have the benefit of having some maintenance funds because you will apply for student finance, which is another thing that we will help you do as well. You'll apply for student finance and you get some maintenance funds for yourself to support yourself while you're in education, while you're studying, which will definitely help you a lot.
Somebody's asking, she's saying, does it matter your age?
No, it doesn't. What's the top end criteria?
So if someone is, let's say, 59, still we can help them, because usually after 59, 60, they go for retirement.
All right.
So
your question has been answered. Said from whatever stage, till 59.
Yeah.
So if you are not over 59, then this is for you. You can do that as well. If you are not over. We were talking about student finance. Does everybody qualify?
Most people will qualify, especially if you're British or European, and even if you're not originally British or not European, and you've come here in this country and you've lived here for quite a few years, you will more than likely qualify. But that's on a case by case basis. We'll have to have a look at your visa status and all that kind of stuff, and then we'll be able to tell you if you qualify or not, or we'll give you a good idea if you will qualify or not.
and I'd like to add one more thing is, so some people, who are here, approved by Home Office, asylum seeker, they are also eligible for this opportunity.
Oh, so if you are asylum seeker, you can also apply for this opportunity. Somebody says, those who they write no no public funds. You know, there's a,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it says if they write no public funds, how can you do that?
Unfortunately not. Sorry for that. So the thing is, according to the rule of the student finance is, if someone is staying in this country and he has got unlimited visa, I mean there is no cap on
Yeah.
that. So that's why we are telling either it has to be British citizen or European or asylum seeker or ILR, I mean who has got independent leave to remain. So these are the categories they are eligible for the student
Because you know
finance.
some people, they don't write not for refund, but they
Yeah.
still renew it. It's not, you know.
Yeah.
So I think, so far as they've written not for refund, it's not for refund. I think that's how we have to take it. Because they've written it's not for refund,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
not for refund.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
can't have any fund because it's sad. But I think, you know, if you like yearly renew 5 years and all those things, and they have, I think they qualify. Well, basically, I think if you already qualify for children things, I think you qualify for certain things as well.
Yeah.
But if they are not giving you that one, I think this one they wouldn't give. So how many years does this course run?
Typically, it's about 4 years, but that'll depend on what level you start at. Most people, especially if you don't have any sort of qualifications previously, you're looking, if you want to get into higher education, that is, I'm talking about, you will be looking at around 4 years. And then if you wanted to carry on and do masters and whatever, and top-ups and whatever, not maybe a few more years added on to that, but typically around 4 years.
So actually, what is the name of this very course? The course that we are talking about, what is the name?
Sort of like there's a different variety of course. I'll just mention some now. There's global business management, business studies, health and social care, just to name a few. There's a few, like I said, variety of courses.
So basically that's the university degree courses.
Yeah.
So I mean once they finish the course, they're gonna get the university degree from the EK University. So some people they are thinking, you know, I mean if I go for that education, probably I'm not getting the certificate from university. No, it's the certificate from university, and all the course materials are run by university as well. So if you're thinking, I mean, if you have got some sort of confusion, I mean, just I'm saying to clear that. So, I mean, if you're really interested to study at the university, and still if you don't have any sort of qualification, but you can speak and write at a minimum level, and the rest responsibility is to us. What you can do, when you come to us, we're gonna help with all the things, I mean, from the application, and then we're gonna give them training. Basically, as we are helping thousands of students every year, so we know, I mean, what sort of university is asking, what sort of questions, what are the requirements. So according to that, we prepare them, and after that, we send them to the university, and once they get accepted or pre-qualifying accepted, then what do? We give them another training, I mean, for the final interview, and once they accepted, they start studying at the university. So still, I mean, I'd like to share one of the stories of our students.
Yeah.
So, when I was working in Milton Keynes, now I have got a team in Milton Keynes. When I started, I think 2 years ago, so I met, that was my first student for Milton Keynes. So she came to the university campus, and I met her, and I was asking her a lot of questions. So what do you do, and what sort of qualification have you got, where are you from? So luckily she was from Ghana. And she said, I'm a carer and I'm doing these sort of things for 10 years. I said, okay, where would you like to go? He said, I don't know. I said, what do you mean? Don't you have any sort of plan to promote yourself, get the position, what are you looking for? I haven't got any ideas. I said, okay, why is that? He said, just from the very beginning, I started, working in care home, and probably the rest of my life, I'm going to do that. I said, well, what's the reason? Why do you think? And she exactly said the same thing. I haven't got any qualification. When I came to this country, there are a lot of hassle and stuff with the visa status and this and that. And 3 years ago, I got my British passport, and I think
Life is just like
yeah,
that.
yeah. And life is over. And just what I'm doing, I'm going to continue to support the family and stuff. I said, well, if I'd like to share the opportunity, some sort of information with you. While I was talking over the phone, and she said, okay, go on. I said, this is the opportunity. Still, you can go to the university, and that's going to be University of Bedfordshire. It's a very renowned university. And your campus would be in Milton Keynes, where I live in. She said, oh, it's 10 minutes away from there. I said, do you know this location? He said, yeah, that was the council house before. I said, yeah, that's the campus. So she said, I haven't got any sort of education. What should I do? I said, come to see me. You don't need any sort of formal qualification. And as I understand, you can speak well. What about writing? Can you write whatever you're speaking? She said, yeah, I can. Come to see us. And I was asking a few documents to bring with her. And she came, and I was so surprised. She was very good at writing. I don't know. I was asking her, how did you get it? And she said, just I'm trying. I'm just helping my children and stuff. And I haven't. Most interesting thing is she didn't have any sort of courses in UK. And I said, brilliant. So she filled up all the application, and then she submitted. We gave her training, and she was accepted by the university, and she started studying. And when she finished the first class, she gave me a call, and she said, Habib, still I don't believe
It's me.
it's me, and I'm studying at university at this age. And I mean, after the class, she was so excited, and she said, I'm going to give you another call in 3-4 years' time, and I'll tell you where I am. So, you know, that was the thing I was looking for a long time. And I know everybody is working to support the family, get some sort of money.
But we need to go higher.
Yeah, but when I serve these sort of people, and I really help them from my heart, and when I get this sort of feedback, at the end of the day, I'm thinking what I'm doing, I'm on the right track, in the right position. Yeah, so it's still, I mean, if you are watching and if you haven't got any sort of qualification, it's still, you'd like to go further with education and would like to be in management position. So this is the right time. So Agnes, she's gonna, provide us our number as well. So you can call us, you can get all the information, and you can book. So I'm so sorry I won't be here, but Adam is the man who will be helping in the Manchester. So we have got an office.
Adam, is it just Manchester? Is it only Manchester you handle?
I just handle Manchester. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It says Papicolo said, is it any university or? I mean, is it any university that you, or is it chosen yours? You have particular universities that we have to deal with.
Yeah, it is particular universities that we are working with at the moment that are allowing people without any previous qualifications, that we have partnerships with, that will allow people without any previous qualifications to get into these courses and basically help you improve to where you want to go. So that's why, I mean, we are looking to expand into more universities and stuff like that, but at the moment, yeah, it is specific universities that we work with, and they're very good universities as well.
And just I'd like to add one more thing with that. So, for example, someone wants to study at different universities. I mean, we are not working with them. So what happens is here, because most of the students we are helping, they haven't got any sort of qualification. So what they can do, they can start the foundation course with the university what we are working with. Once they finish that, then they can switch to any other universities. Because once they have got access course, I mean the foundation course, then most of the university, they accept the qualification and they can switch to them.
So meaning you can help the person to do foundation.
Yeah.
So is it foundation in uni or just a foundation?
No, it's with university.
Yeah, which is equivalent to a level 3.
It says, if I complete, am I going to also graduate as a normal university student? How does it work yours?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so, if you are waiting for that, if it's that hat you want to put on, you will also, you will also graduate. Yeah, I said you can graduate the same way everybody is graduating. So you also know that I have graduated. From Merid, welcome speaker, welcome Lydia Mark all the way from Ghana, welcome Nana Mamiama Ubri, KK Production. We are all here listening. If you live in UK and around London and Milton Keynes and Manchester and Birmingham, these areas, do not hesitate. Try your best. Don't just stay there. At times we are comfortable.
Yes.
But we are comfortable because we don't know that we can go forward without this English and maths.
Yeah.
It has become a hindrance for so many people because you think you can't. But some people are even nurses back home, and then when they come here, they can do anything.
It's true.
And somebody is asking, after the health and safety, health and social care, what can I do with that?
So there's a lot of things you can do with that. You can have a look online of what kind of things you can get into, but I'll name a few things. You can get into the care industry, but not just, and you can work your way up in the care industry as well.
So when you say care industry, is it just going to be like the ordinary care that this lady was doing?
No. Can I
You see, I want to know the difference because
yeah.
we were talking about somebody who was in the care industry and then she was able to go on.
Yeah.
So if you finish all those courses, are you just going back to the care and just do a carer?
No.
Okay, so let's say someone is a carer right now and she wants to do the course as well. So that probably the question is after 3 or 4 years, where I'm going to. So there are a lot of things that's going to happen. For example, first of all, if you are working in care industry right now, in 4 years time, through the class and all that stuff, so you're gonna getting knowledge and skills, you are developing that day by day, and definitely you will be a manager in the care industry. You're gonna grab the management position. And when I'm talking with a lot of ladies and they're saying, yes, my ultimate goal is to, once I finish that, then obviously I'm gonna work as a manager. After a few years, then I'm gonna set up my own care home. So that's the one thing that can happen for the care industry. And still, the field is, I would say, a lot. So you can work in NHS, you can work in hospital, and you can work in social work field as well. So someone might ask, can I be a social worker? Of course you can after doing this course. On the top of that, you need to have some sort of diploma. It might be
Let's talk about that. I think it sounds very good. So when you finish with health and social care education and you graduate, you can also do social work with it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. On the top of that, they need
You
to
have
have
to do
a
a little.
course. That's it. So they can be.
So if you say a little, because we live with years, how long are you going to do that to top it up to be a social worker?
Maximum 1 year.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Marina Mwakwa Buedu, welcome on. That's the founder of Ghana Diaspora Women. Welcome everybody on. This evening is about education. We are so comfortable in our places, it's like everything is okay with us whilst we can move forward. So if you are, wherever you came from, your country of origin, don't worry about it. So far as you can speak and you can write, there's still room for you to go. Whether you want to be a social worker, you want to be whatever education you want. Mr. Habib Hassle, if you say hassle free, that is the name. So you don't have to hassle at all, you do. And then the amazing part is, you get the funding as well.
Yes, you do. Like I said, Student Finance England will help you. They'll fund the course for you, so they'll pay for the tuition fees for the course, and then you'll also apply for some maintenance funds for yourself. So this is basically just some living expenses for you while you're studying, and it could be anything. It depends on circumstances, so it varies from person to person on how much you will get. But typically, people tend to get around £10,000 to £12,000 a year for studying twice a week.
That is just the maintenance, not the fund.
No, the funds is separate. The funds go straight to the university.
Somebody is asking, the maintenance, am I going to pay back?
Yeah.
Yes. You will pay all of that back once you're earning, after you finish your course, once you're earning £25,000 a year or more, it will come out of your wages as you would, as tax would come out of your wages, it will come out. And it's only a tiny amount, I don't know exactly how much.
So, for example, if you are earning £27,000, so it's £2,000 more. In that case, you need to pay £15 per month.
But
£15, how do you mean £15?
so, for example, after you finish your course, you finish your course, you've got a job earning £27,000 a year, and what will happen is £15 a month will come out of
£15, that's 1.5.
will come out of it. So it's very flexible. It's not like a typical bank loan or Someone's going to be trying to.
Alright. So it's not something you really feel it, because if you're getting 27, let's be practical here. If you are getting 27 pounds a year, that means you're getting over 2,000 pounds a month.
Yes,
it's over.
Right. Yes.
And then they're taking only 15 pounds.
A month, yeah.
Oh, please, let's chill and, if you are qualified.
No, even it used to be completely free. I mean, people wouldn't have to pay it back. But what happened next is when government see it, there are a lot of people, they are taking this opportunity. So they would like to help more. So that's right. They are saying, let's say, if we give the fund to million people and they are paying 15 pounds back, so we are helping more 15 million people. So that's why, I mean,
so this will take you about, I don't know how many years it will take you to learn, but at least you are comfortable.
Yes,
it's not something that you feel it.
Yes, it's not like a typical bank loan. It's not like any sort of other loan that you take out where you'll have people coming knocking on your door trying to get the money from you and stuff like that. If you're not earning £25,000 a year or more,
you're not paying. So you don't start to pay till you exceed 25.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
But I think going through those courses you will see, so the money will be good. So if you are paying £15, I think it's.
Yeah, I mean, if you're earning £27,000 a year and you're only paying.
So that means even if you are qualified for £10,000 a year and you do 4 years, it's 40,000, and you're paying £15.
Yes.
So the 40 plus the student loan.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
We want to make everything clear here. So this is what is going on. If you've just joined us, this is hassle-free education, and we have Mr. Habib and Adam. And then Adams take charge of Manchester area in the Midlands, and then Mr. Habib also do London, Milton Keynes, Birmingham.
That's right.
Yeah. And I know this looting. Somebody's asking about looting.
Luton.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, they can go to study at Luton as well, but right now we are taking students for the Milton Keynes. It's not that much far from Milton Keynes. So, yeah, they can go to Luton as well if they want.
So now we've been talking much about the health sector, but you also mentioned something business.
Yes,
so let's talk about the business, because somebody may not like the health and they will prefer to do business or whatever business it is. So if you can talk more about the business side as well.
Yeah, so with the business side, there's a lot of scope to it, same as with the health industry, but obviously that focuses a lot on the health side, social care, lots of different parts of the health industry. Business is just massive because it's anything. So if you wanted to become a manager in a restaurant and work your way up and become a managing director to a CEO even of a company, or if you're looking to open your own business in the future and you're struggling as to how you would run a business and you don't know, so it just gives you that massive scope of getting into a lot of different industries. Some people want to get into like a good admin role, not just like a low paid admin role. They want to get into a high paid admin role that will allow you to do that. It's a massive scope. There's lots of different things you can do with the business course.
So does it also work like the same if somebody doesn't have a knowledge about that one? How does that one also work?
I mean,
is it the same thing? If you don't have it, you also help them with?
Yes, same thing. Will help you from scratch if you don't have any qualifications, or if you don't have much knowledge about business and you want to gain knowledge. This is the perfect place to start, because you'll start from a foundation level, which will teach you and get you into it first, and then you'll expand your knowledge and grow it, and by the end of it, you'll become an expert in business.
So, what universities do you do around Manchester?
So we have a few universities at the moment. So with the University of Suffolk and Leeds Trinity University, we are also working with Leeds Trinity University of Suffolk. Which of the universities was it?
No, the other one is coming. It's University of Bedfordshire.
Yes, that's right. It's not here yet, but there's the University of Bedfordshire coming.
So when we cross over to your side of London, Milton Keynes, Birmingham, which universities do you do?
So for London, we have got, varieties of courses. So Um, right now we are working with University of Bolton. They have got a campus in London. So
Bolton here.
yeah, the
Okay.
university is University of Bolton, but they have got a campus in
In
London.
London,
Yeah.
okay.
So through that campus, we are offering computer science, software engineering, then
Oh, so
accountancy.
it's not just this two.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm going to
So yeah, then accountancy, then business and health and social care. And you know, some people they said, you know, 4 years is too long for me. What can I do? Then for them, there is another opportunity. They can do HND. It's a diploma for 2 years. They can do in business or they can do in health and social care as well.
Somebody says, so do you only do foundation or people can go higher?
Yeah. So thanks for asking the question. So yes, people can go higher. What happens is they start with the foundation as they haven't got any sort of qualification. And in the foundation course, what happens is basically teacher, they're gonna teach how to do the academic writing and stuff, assignment, presentation. That's the very basic. And once they finish that, and then they, go for the university first year, second year, and final year. So once they finish final year, they complete it.
Okay, I hope we've
Congratulations.
answered you. So we go back to the engineering thing, and
Yeah.
was somebody maybe listened and said, oh, it's about health and it's about business, but you've mentioned something else. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that as well.
Yeah. So we have found a lot of students in London, and we have got a lot of queries from outside London as well, Birmingham and Manchester as well. But that's not, a good number. That's why we haven't thought about these in Manchester and Birmingham. So as we got a lot of queries, then we have spoken.
So let us know, because somebody may be in Manchester that doesn't even know there's something like that. So if you let us know all that you do,
Yeah.
people, when we write a number, people will start picking them and know that, oh, okay, they can do this, they do this. Because some of it, maybe 2 people are doing it, but people doesn't really know that you can offer those things. So today, let's bring everything that you do, covers
Okay.
up, and then we will see what will happen
Okay,
from there.
so if someone is interested in doing computer science or software engineering, right now, they can do it in London, and the entry requirement is a bit different here. So it's still they can go to the university, but the standard of English is a bit higher. So in that case, what happens is next is we help them through all the applications and all the stuff, and after that we give them some sort of ideas what's going to happen next for the test, English test. So that's the format of some kind of IELTS test. If you know, coming from outside of this UK, yeah. So basically it's the international English test. So I got a call, I think, last week from someone else, and he said, Habib, I wanted to study in computer science, but I tried one university and I failed. And I was asking what happened, and he said, I was trying to get into the Anglo-Ruskin University, and when I went there and someone invited me to go for the test, and I did the test, I was not prepared and I failed. And is there anything you can do about it? I said, of course I can. Can you please come to see our office in London office? So we have got an office in East London. So I was too busy. Anyway, I fit in him for 15 minutes and I said, this is the opportunity you have got, but before that you need to prepare yourself. So this is the thing that's going to happen in your test, and you need to take preparation for that. And we have requested university to do some sort of workshop. What's going to happen in the English test? Because if you put someone else without any sort of preparation, and most of the students who are interested, they are dropped off. They haven't been to school for a long time, so that's why they can cope up with the test within short period of time. And once we have requested to the university, they said, well, that's a very good suggestion. So they started doing the workshop. What's happened is they're gonna take a test and they're gonna put through the student. It's like mock test, and after they're doing the revision, they are giving the feedback that for the reading you have done these things wrong, and that has to be right, and the reason is this. And the same thing will happen to real test. So now you have got some sort of ideas. Now you can do some sort of research. You can go to YouTube, wherever, and they are providing some sort of materials as well. So once they get that, and once they have got time, let's say 1 week, and they schedule for the English test, most of the students they pass because they are good in English, but only one thing they haven't got inside is lack of confidence. So that's why we're trying to building up their confidence as much as we can, and that's how we're gonna help.
So you help to prepare.
Yeah.
Because somebody may off for maybe 5 years, have never even stepped in the class, and you just give that person test or something. It's not easy. So you can also do that. Okay. Okay. Somebody's asked, when is this going to start? Is it the next academic year, or when does it normally start?
Well, for Manchester, can you please update?
We keep you alive.
We are back now, yeah.
Okay. For Manchester, we have actually we're starting in January and February as well. So what I would say is, if you want to get into those, do it fast, because seats are filling up quite fast. And I'm not just saying that, it is because we thought we had a bit more time, to be honest, to fill those seats and get more people in. But the universities have told us there's been a massive interest in Manchester. A lot of people are interested in studying, and a lot of people are applying right now. And they're going to treat it as a first come, first served basis. So if you're interested in Manchester and you want to get in as soon as possible, January or February, get in contact with us as soon as possible, and we'll help you get in. But yeah, usually it happens. When's the next intake for Manchester? Is it usually? Are we going to have a June intake for Manchester?
Yes, that's right.
So yeah, we're going to have another June intake. So we're going to be recruiting for that, and then obviously September, as everyone knows.
So January, February, June, and September. So if the person is willing and prepared, they should do it as soon as possible. In Manchester area, this is where you have to be fast. In Manchester area. In your area, Mr. Habib, when is the intake?
Well, for London, as we are working with a lot of universities, so a few universities, they start January, then February, then some of them they have the session in June, then September, and
I have the number.
so
The number, I'll write it as he's talking out.
yeah, so
I'll tap the number in,
so it's gonna be the same time for the sessions as well. So I mean, if you are really want to go for the January session, this could be the proper time to go for it. And as I have spoken with Adam, and he updated me that for the Manchester, especially health and social care, the seat is already filled up. So university told us that can you please stop taking students for health and social care for the January, because we have got a long queue, we have got files, is massive. We can't provide the seat for the January anymore. Yeah, so we are so sorry for that, but still, if you'd like to, really interested to go for the health and social care, so we can help you for the next session. So as Adam said, it's first come, first service. So this is the time. You can come to us, and we're gonna give you all the information, and by this time you can take some sort of preparation, whatever you need to take, and you will be ready for the next session.
Okay. So the Manchester intake for January is already filled up.
For the health and social
For the
care.
health and social care.
But
So
it's
you
still-
can still, it's better to be on waiting list for February than leaving it.
That's right.
But by the time you leave it, somebody else is gone.
Yeah,
So I'm just going to give the numbers out, and I'll write it there, and then you can, for Habib, I'm just going to write. For Habib is 079
That's
074 32 08 9544. When you contact, then
So I repeat, it's 0743
yes, then.
2089544.
And for Adam in Manchester is 074 706 705 93. That one is for Adam in Manchester. So you can have all these numbers. They work as a team anyway, so even if you miss the name of, don't worry. So far as the number goes through, you can be able to contact So that is the number if you want to phone and have any information you want to get from health and social care. And I'm so happy to hear that engineering and all those things, management. Don't be comfortable where you are. You are better off. You can do more than that.
Yeah.
You know, at times we just, like, especially mothers, I want you to wake up here.
Yeah.
Mothers, I want you to, there's a lot we can do, but when the children comes in, we think we can, but this is only 2 days for health and social care. So out of 7, you go for 2, and then become a boss.
Yeah, can I add
Yeah, everything, yeah.
a few more information? So when we get these sort of people, I mean, who are interested in going for studying, especially mothers staying home, so they're asking me basically 2 questions. Number one, you know, I have got 3-4 kids, and the little one is 2 years. How I'm gonna manage that? And second question they ask, so even, I mean, if I go there, so I need to put my kids to the nursery.
All right.
It's so expensive. So I always give it a smile first and say, what if, I mean, you get some sort of bursary or something else for nursing? I mean, when you put your kids to the nursery,
You go to school.
you can claim that money and you can pay to the nursery. I said, it's too good to be true. I said, can I give you someone's number and you can talk? And she has got some sort of, you know, issues like you. And she asked me the same question. I told that once you got approved by the university, you are going to the university, so you are getting your maintenance. On the top of that, when you put your kids to the nursery, you can claim that money. And from the very beginning, she didn't believe me. And after
Because it sounds too good.
yeah. And after that, when she came to apply to the student finance, because we also help with that as well, because, I mean, if someone is for the first time, probably they make some sort of mistakes, and it takes longer to get approved. That's why we all also support with the student finance. And when she came, then we helped her to apply for the nursery as well. And after 2 months, she gave me a call and he said, you know, I didn't expect that much money. It was, so far I can remember, £270, something like this. I'm really happy. I didn't know. So if you are really, I mean, would like to go for this course, and if you're a mom, so you have got this facility as well. So I'd like to tell you, take the advantage of it.
Okay. So all that Mr. Habib is saying that don't worry about the children, because they are still young and you can still go to the school yourself. So you have your student finance, you're going to have your maintenance, you're going to have the child care as well. The cost is going to be taken care of. So what are you waiting for? Let's grab this opportunity. And who is going to work all this money issue?
So applying for student
Yeah,
finance
who's going
and
to
stuff
is
like
the,
that. You would apply for student finance, but we can help you throughout that process as well. We're more than happy to do that for
because
you.
it's not easy filling those forms.
Yeah. It's quite simple. It's an online form, but we'll help you through
Okay,
that
so the help is also there. Okay, so before we finish everything, what do you really want to tell the public about all this we've said, and just summarize everything, and then, you know, people will know.
Okay, so before going to that topic, I'd like to add a few information about the international students. Probably someone was listening or watching
You
us
do
from
international
outside.
as well?
Yeah, we do. So the information I'm going to give you is very, very important. So from next year, I mean, if any students wants to come to this country, and for example, for undergraduate, I mean, bachelor or master's, and after finishing that course, they're going to have 2 years work permit.
So how will the person then come?
Okay. Very, very, very good question. So this is a bit different. So if someone wants to come to the UK for studying, they need basically 2 things. Number one is IELTS, and it has to be 6 and not less than 5.5 in any area. For example, speaking, listening, reading, and writing.
What is IELTS?
So it's an English test.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I mean, almost each and every country has got their same test.
Also, the IELTS is something you do before you come?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the first requirement is a student has to have 6 in IELTS, number one. And number 2 is they need to manage the fund, because they are not eligible for the student
No.
finance as they are international student. So next question would be, I mean, how much is the tuition fees? Well, it depends on university and courses. It starts from £9,000 per year to £15,000. So it's basically 4 year course. And if someone wants to do, let's say, someone is from Ghana and he or she completed the undergraduate course, like to do MBA or masters in any subjects, so they can apply for this opportunity as well. And it's the same requirements, so they need to have 6 in IELTS, and they need to have the tuition fees as well. For the master's course, it's gonna be from £7,000 to £15,000. It depends on course and universities. So once they come to study in the UK, after finishing this course, they can have 2 years work permit. It's called PSW, post-study work. So it was, I think that was launched in 2009 or 10, and after that it also stopped. And government and education, recently they have launched this, and they are thinking, well, we shouldn't deprive of our students who has completed their degree from here.
You don't even get from them
Yeah.
anywhere. You
Yeah.
don't get anything back from them. They
Yeah.
just go back.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't wait for 2 ways.
Yeah, so the two things they're gaining from here, number one is experience, is vital thing.
Yeah.
So if you would like to study at the university in UK, and if you have got the experience from UK, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two is, I mean, whatever, I mean, you are investing for your education, you can take it off. So if you work 2 years here, and for example, if you'd like to come here for master's course, you have got an investment of, let's say, £9,000. So for 2 years, how much you can get? It's up to you. And it's according to your skills and stuff. I would say it's going to be double, triple, or 4, 5 times. So if you're looking for this opportunity, I mean, as an international student, you can grab that. And we also help with this sort of opportunities. So you need to call personally me, 0743 208 9544. So if you're calling from outside of this country, then just add +44 743 208 9544. And you don't have to spend a lot of money calling me through the mobile. You can add me on WhatsApp, and just you can communicate with me. Right.
And are they allowed to work whilst they are in school here?
So it's
They will have their funding and come in. But when they come in, are they allowed to work whilst they are here? Like those few hours that they give them here, are they also allowed to work as students?
okay, very good question. Yes, they are allowed, but it's limited. So it has to be 20 hours per week. So
At least it's not bad.
yeah, so I mean, they designed the rules such a way. So if someone is full-time student, so she has to go, let's say, 4 days at least, 3 days left. So if someone was working 10-hour shift for 2 days, that's it. So they can maintain their, some sort of expenditure working as a part-timer.
If anything is left, let's pour it out for us to know, people to know whatever you do, don't leave anything, and then,
I think we covered almost
Okay.
pretty much each and everything. And I'd like to add one more question. The last question is, so you are allowed for 20 hours per week, but during the vacation, for example, Christmas, summer vacation, you can work full time, as many hours as you want.
So when you are in school, it's 20, but when like they are on holidays, you can
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah, and once you finish your course, you can also work, as many hours as you want.
Is it, so you said they require, somebody is asking, is it just the founding and the English course they need? Is it just who is founding you and the English course? Is that the English test back wherever they are coming from? Is that all they need?
Yeah, so 2 things basically. Number 1 is English test, IELTS, and number 2 is tuition fees.
Tuition fees, okay. So, that is where we're going to end today. We've learned a lot about education. Don't just sit down and say, it's enough, there's nothing I can't do anything. There's so many things. If you are in the care field, please rise up from your position. Let somebody also come down, you go up, because you've been there for a long time. So whether it's a nursing you want, there is a way out in everything. Even if you want to better your education, there's foundation. So there's everything that you have this evening. I'm so happy. And thank you so much, Mr. Habib, coming here tonight. It's an honor to interview you. And then Adam here as well. with this program that we've done. Share the video, please. One thing I'm just asking is if you help me by sharing, you are also educating people, letting people know that there is so much in them that they can also do and further the education. If you want that hat that somebody is asking, there's an opportunity for you to grab it.
Yeah.
I have an aunt, she said, whatever the child is going, what she wants is to see that day that her daughter have the hat on, you know. So he said the hat like the choir. So that's what every mother wants to. But you can do that as your children are doing it. You can also graduate with them. So this opportunity, please share the video, spread this news. If you forget about anything, just don't forget that it's Pasito Radio. So you can WhatsApp us, you can also in Messenger ask us anything about it and you have an answer. So we're just going to end here and we say bye-bye for now, everyone, and thank you.
Just last.
That's
sorry,
fine.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's okay.
So, just I'm asking
No,
a
because
question.
you said that was okay, so I said, oh, you break
So,
everything.
just I forgot to share. So, I'm asking you, guys, how much will you charge for these facilities, these services?
If I'm going to charge for these services for a minute, if it's a minute, it's going to be about £50 a minute. And we are here about almost an hour now. Few minutes to an hour. But we want to educate people.
Yeah. No, my question was a bit different. So,
Yeah.
the whole service you provide, so from consultancy to filling out the application form, training them up, then student finance application, all the support, what they need, we give
Do
everything.
for free.
Yeah. So, how much do you think should we charge?
Because you have to pay your workers and everything,
Yeah.
you can charge us, much, because you're going to do all this for people, but I don't know how you're going to charge.
Okay, so how much would you, if say for example you're in our shoes, you are helping people do the application, you're doing everything for them, like from beginning to end. How much do you think is a fair price to charge?
The fare, I wouldn't know, because I have to check my workers, the payment of my workers. Being practical here, we have to see that I'm paying workers, I'm paying what they are doing there, everything, where the accommodation, where we have as our office, everything will be in. So it's going to be expensive, that we have to be honest here.
And guys, our office is in Oxford Street.
Oxford Street in
The
Manchester.
city in Manchester.
Yeah, it's
A
just
very
opposite
posh
to
area.
it's just opposite to Manchester Central Library.
So that's even going to be more.
And we always offer tea, coffee. We facilitate that when students come to see us. And
So don't be shy, guys. When we offer you tea, coffee, take it.
and however, we don't charge a penny for the whole service.
So that's amazing. You know, that's why I said that if we want to charge here a minute, it will be about 30. But at times, we want people to know more. So that's how they're also doing. They want you to be better off. So they said they don't charge. It's just free of charge for you to come, helping you to fill your application, leading you to the right channel. Oh, that's an amazing. And they said there is no consultation fee. Just come, let them help you, and that's all they want from you. And it sounds so good to my ears. So let's do it. We thank them so much for having this time. It's been a pleasure, because letting people know from low esteem to high is very good. So all we did tonight is we want you to know it's never too late. You can still do what you can do. Thank you so much, and we'll meet another time. We'll come back again and we'll tell people about the progress. You know what we're going to do? A time will come, we are going to interview people who have also gone through this process, and it will amaze you. So thank you now, and bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having us.